everybody, and thanks for watching today. I'm Hayward Fowler. This is a Channel 16 information report. I've got Judge Herbie Benson with me. And which court are you over, Judge Benson?
State Court of Tift County.
State Court of Tift County. I saw a post that you made, because you're always trying to share information with the people in the community, on Facebook about a new sentencing thing that y'all are doing. Am I correct in that term?
Right. We are starting up two new courts, a drug court and a DUI court in Tift County, which will be the first time we've had either one of those courts in our circuit.
Now, the advantage to having a drug court and a DUI court, what is it? Are we finding we have a lot of these drug cases and a lot of DUI cases, and does it bog down things? Is this a streamlined thing, or is it just another approach?
Well, I don't know if it's a streamlined as much as it is another avenue to try to deal with the problems of drug and alcohol addiction and provide some long-term relief as opposed to a stopgap measure along the way.
Judge Benson, there is a sort of a new attitude in the country about drugs and the substance abuse, and a lot of people in the country are looking at it as almost health problems. Is this something that the court's kind of looking at? Look, we don't need to put these people in jail for years and years. We need to help these people get off this stuff?
Well, I mean, yes, I think that's the approach that we're taking with it. I mean, whatever attitude you have to get to this stage, if we can, use these programs to benefit not only the individuals but society as a whole, and that's what we're looking at. We're always looking for better ways to do things, and we feel like that this is going to be a better approach to a problem that's, as you know, is growing leaps and bounds day in and day out.
We haven't put a dent in it, have we?
No, we haven't, unfortunately. And when we think we put a dent in it, then new drugs come onto the scene, or new problems arise from that. The drug court option, if I can give you just a little bit of background on the DUI court, they started in 1989, I believe, in Florida, originally with this concept. And what we're doing is we're taking a select group of individuals, and this is not for just anybody that comes through there. I mean, they are go through an intense screening process, and we look for individuals that meet various criteria. In DUI court, for example, we will be dealing with individuals only after they've been sentenced convicted of DUI. The drug court, which is through the Superior Court, is going to be, they will have some pre-sentence relief along the way. But what has been determined over the years with this is that the ones that go through a drug court or through a DUI court program, I think the statistics they've looked at said that they are far less likely to offend. I mean, there's like a 75 to 80% likelihood as far as not to reoffend for a period of at least 3 years. And some of the studies have got shown up to 14 years, some of the older studies. Whereas I think in looking at statistics, there's 30% of people who are sent to prison do not reoffend, which means 70% that going to go to prison, get out, and immediately or shortly thereafter
they get back
commit a
in
new
trouble.
crime. And so, I mean, in just looking at the dollars that it saves the public, just straight in jail costs, taking them out of the jails, we're putting them through a treatment program and the like. I think some of the studies there shows that it saves as much as $3 for every $1 that you spend on it. But then when you start looking at the ripple effect as far as health care and the ones you're getting off of drugs and making into productive citizens that's contributing back to society, some of those studies have shown that you're getting back as much benefit as $27 for every dollar that you spend with respect to that. So, I mean, the ones on a drug program, it's a highly intensive supervision program. And so, I mean, they're going to be receiving counseling. They're going to come to court and meet with a judge at least twice a month our team. We'll have a team that they meet with, including a treatment provider, a probation officer, somebody from the district attorney's office or the solicitor's office, depending on which court you're in.
Yes.
And so they'll be meeting with that group, like I said, as a group at least twice a month. They'll be drug tested twice a week, drug and alcohol tested. So there's going to be somebody that's going to be on, and there's going to be an accountability for those that don't do as they're told. Whether that may be anything from, I think, I don't know if you watched the whole video that I posted yesterday, but that one individual, I think is Trey Anastasia, I think, with the group fish, and I'm not a fish expert as far as the band itself goes, but I mean, he mentioned that he had to call in, I think, on a weekly basis or whatever. He had to call in between like 5 and 5:30. He called in at 5:31. He said he's 45 seconds late, and they made him write an essay for being 45 seconds late on his call in. And then he missed a treatment program. He missed a treatment session with his provider, and I think they put him in jail for 48 hours. So, the repercussions for failing to do what they're supposed to do could be anywhere from as light as writing an essay to jail time to being kicked out of the program. And these programs are anywhere from 12 months to 2 years long.
I like the approach of giving a person an opportunity to get back on their feet again and get their lives back. The other thing, and I know you've seen this and y'all seen this in this cyclomatic thing of all these people coming back, some of these drugs are so darn addictive, and it just wrecks these people's lives. Where if you have the strict disciplinarian there and saying you can't do this, and if you do these little things that are not unattractive, but they're not pleasant, okay?
No, that's right. It's not meant to be pleasant. It's meant to be effective.
And I think I love the idea, and a lot of us have said for years that this alcohol problem and drug problem is a medical, psychological thing, and if we can get these people some help.
Right. Well, Hayward, I mean, years back, I mean, I'm a child coming through the 70s, and all that. And I remember hearing and reading about, the hippie generation, LSD and heroin. And,
oh, really?
Groovy. I saw it on the news.
I lived
it
through
was
it.
black and white news.
I lived through it.
I understand. But and obviously, as you said, there was very negative connotation to anybody that used drugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there still is to a certain extent.
Well, I have somewhat a negative.
But but what a lot of folks don't realize is that there's a large portion of the population that's got addiction problems, through no fault, and sometimes it's through no fault of their own. I mean, we like to put the responsibility on the individual, But I mean, one of the biggest problems in the country today is painkiller and opioid addiction, and that's come through. And there's been study where doctors have been so easy and quick to prescribe pain medication